Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, I am excited because we're diving back into the world of the season 2, episode 7. I'm not going anywhere. And maybe Mark is, maybe he isn't. Look, I don't care. I want to get into this. It's been such a wild ride.
Here, I thought you were just saying what you were doing for the show, that you weren't going anywhere, that you were going to keep watching, because I know I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to keep this going. And hopefully Rex keeps on that being a hero guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a wild ride so far. A lot of stuff going down. Can't wait to get to it.
Excited for this episode, the first two coming back off their break, because yeah, it was just a weird break. I'm excited for this one too. We're one to go. Let's go!
What was that, Galactus? Oh,
Maybe you should try asking
Comic-Con.
whatever alien or mad scientist you're fighting for a photo next time.
Okay, that's just... Is that really what I look like?
If you think that's weird.
Yeah. Got us early with it.
That was quick.
Got
Real quick.
Got us real quick.
Ooh, I've been looking for those hardcovers. You okay?
I'm fine.
We don't have to stay here all day, you know. We can go do something you want to do too.
Who says I don't want to do this?
Just meant that it's just kind of more my thing.
A little presumptuous.
I want to make sure we're also doing stuff that you like too.
I'll let you know when I'm not having a good time.
Yeah, she will. Oh, wow. Oh, it's fine.
We all know that.
I probably read more comic books than you do nowadays since you're so busy saving the world. Are we in a line?
Philip Schaff's doing a signing. You said the fact that we're together is what matters, right? Philip Schaff, oh man, I'm a huge fan. When's the new season of Seance Dog coming out?
Probably not for another year. Sorry, animation takes a long time.
That's for us.
Oh, I can't imagine how much work it must be for those fight scenes.
Yeah, those take a while, but we cut corners in other places to make it manageable. You
Like
ever notice
this?
that sometimes whoever's speaking has their mouth off camera so you never see their lips moving?
Huh. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, or we'll cut to the back of someone's head while they're talking for the same reason. All these scenes have limited animation. We can make the drawings even better. But sometimes the artists get carried away and it kind of looks like a different show. It's crazy what you can get away with.
This is so brilliant.
I'm gonna watch season 2 way closer.
Of the
That was
Easter egg.
genius.
What fan service.
Hey, Eve.
Rex snuck out of the GDA hospital and he's gone radio silent and I'm really worried he's in trouble. I'd go myself, but I'm tying up a loose end.
Text me where he is.
You're gonna ditch me at Comic-Con, aren't you? Go. We'll catch up later.
Oh, that relationship's totally done.
Don't do this. Come on. Don't do this to me. You've done this 100 times. You've made it through each one. Even a bullet to the head couldn't kill you. Just a totally ordinary... Let's go.
Do take more than dirt at hurt Octobombs. You hear words?
Why didn't you say something stupid sooner?
Octobus did much time learn your language.
Jeez.
Get one in the mouth like he did a few episodes ago.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be working.
Oh, did you? Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
One punch.
You okay?
I'm fine. I need this.
He's all out.
Spider-Man!
Oh, could have just done that from the get-go.
I don't think he fully realized he
Next
had that.
time, Open with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think he knew his upgrades fully.
All clear, send in the troops. After, you know. It was either that or retire and open a bar someplace hot.
Yeah, I felt the same way after my dad and I.
Not sure many other people could come back from what you went through. I can't believe you can grow new teeth. I wish I had that superpower. I'm like some shitty hockey player over here. How's it going with Amber?
Can't seem to go on a single day without being interrupted.
I owe you, so I'll tell you what. You pick the day, and the Guardians and I will cover for you. Cecil can blow it out his ass.
I don't know if that's a thing you can do.
Despite everything we've been through, we're still the best superhero team on the fucking planet.
Training program.
This is stupid.
Don't try and force it. There you go. Now we can reset and... Those drones cost approximately...
No more trying again. I can't fight with that thing. And there's no way I'm letting you stuff a chip in my head so it works better.
It's a minor medical procedure. Amanda, wait. It would stop you from needing to transform. Let me fix you.
I'm cursed, not broken.
Yeah, that verbiage.
That was,
probably
yeah.
been rephrased.
Yeah, don't, guys.
I don't even know if you can rephrase it.
What? This place. We're supposed to be the best there is. You got a guy who's supposed to be a genius, but the best idea he could come up with was to make himself a new body with DNA he stole from a coworker, so he could date a different coworker who currently does not want to date him. That same chick gets younger each time she uses her powers and doesn't seem to care she's gonna be eating strained carrots before too long. Our leader's a guy who's so old, he shits dust. And his boss is a suit who sacrifices all in a second to save white America. Then there's the girl who broke all her bones trying to explode someone from the inside out. The pyromaniac who's going through some heavy personal shit after he traded half his brain for a bullet. Whatever the hell Shapesmith is. You're bald. And hell was Samson's whole thing. And second, if you think we're the best superhero team on the planet, that head thing is secondary to your messed up judgment.
We're not the best superhero team on the planet. We're a family.
Family.
But we're unbreakable when it counts. That's what makes us the best.
Well, if we're a family, then mom and dad are getting a divorce.
We're already 2 members down. And you want to quit? Absolutely not. Like, if this is about Kate, I understand.
I'm unmoored, Cecil. Unstable. Dangerous, even.
You just saved the goddamn planet from an invasion from Mars.
It could have cost us that fight because I didn't trust Invincible. And then I almost started an interplanetary war with his one-eyed friend. I was already broken, Cecil. Kate's death just finished me off.
This is a temporary leave of absence, that vacation we talked about. Do you understand me? Rudy, get in here. Your old job just opened back up.
Man, Lincoln's going through some heavy stuff.
Let's go.
Did you really think this was over? We're just getting started.
A nightmare.
So much to do. You're probably hoping some hero will burst in and save you. Shall we begin?
That's you know what that's called. Dream sequence.
RoboCop had those.
It was real, William.
I know.
No, you don't. Every time I close my eyes, I see Sinclair's face. I don't know what's worse. D.A. Sinclair taking me apart or those doctors putting me back together.
Oh.
I mean, that's understandable.
No, Donald, you cannot resign.
Everybody's quitting.
Lied to me. Took away my agency. I cannot in good faith continue to work for you. I don't even know who or what I am anymore.
You're you, Donald. End of story.
How am I supposed to be me? You erased my memories.
That wasn't my decision.
Oh, that makes it okay.
Yeah. That's fine. It's good. It's fine. It's okay.
Here, full authorization. Not like that password of mine you thought you knew.
Run! Hurry!
Oh, it's going to show him that he's been offed many times before?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep. One.
I'm coming!
He's just
This
now
is wild.
figuring it out.
Oh,
So-
look at how many files there are.
How many Donalds we've had.
So the thing is, too, is how many times has he done this, too, before?
Yeah.
Where he doesn't know who or what he is and gets shown that whole shebang.
But we practiced this. It was a genuine family emergency. That's all you have to say.
The dean will see you now.
Has his secretary heard this whole story about you guys making up a story?
Sir, I had a family emergency, but I'm back now, and I promise
I know all about family emergencies,
Reginald
Mr. Grayson.
Principal Winslow?
I can't decide which is worse, your grades or your attendance. You've missed most of the fall semester. If I was any other dean, you'd already be suspended. But I know about your father, and I can only imagine how difficult it's been since he's passed. If it's college, then commit to that. If it's not, then commit to something else. But make a decision.
I
right.
want to stay at Upstate, sir.
This fence sitting stuff.
But I'll give you a month to prove me wrong.
I chose to have my memories erased?
No one's supposed to carry that much trauma. Stop you from doing your job right. Make you hesitate.
Wow.
It's always been your call.
Do it.
I'll tell the team.
Teen offers. I think we'll be able to get at least 150 over asking.
I mean, the market's hot, but you always seem to make your listings even hotter. It's just...
All right, easy.
I feel like I'm finally back in the groove.
I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner with me.
Paul looks like he needs to be driving
Oh, see,
a red
there he
Corvette.
is. Drive off, scumbag.
No, that's fine. You're stupid.
How's Thursday?
Getting Bill Paxton vibes from True Lies from this guy.
Jesus. Bill Paxton. Okay.
We learned about animals. And little Oliver here is learning them all so quickly.
Have you noticed any
powers? No. I'd say they'll come earlier than they did with Mark. I'm learning that everything happens earlier with Oliver.
Oh, he ages.
Mm-hmm.
Your little brother, quite the fast learner.
How's school? How's Amber?
Neither are going well.
I'm still a terrible boyfriend. She just knows why now.
But an amazing superhero.
And knowing exactly.
But what was it like? For you, I mean.
It was thrilling. Oh, he was so much fun back then. He brought me a tree once instead of flowers.
Trees!
The same thing, but better.
Brought her a tree.
He was also gone for so much of our time together. I was lonely. When you came along, I thought that would help. And I love you, but it's not the same. It was hard having to parent by myself for weeks at a time. Is it really a relationship if you're mostly alone?
Do you ever wish you'd never met Dad?
No. No, because I wouldn't have you. Or Oliver. Even if it's just the three of us now.
What if you didn't have us?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Do you think this is high enough? Might not be high enough anymore.
You remember me, right?
Hi, Donald. Please don't come any closer.
I won't. Tell us what's wrong.
What's wrong is D.A. Sinclair took me apart and the government put me back together again, but they left things out.
I know how you're feeling.
No, you don't.
He is going to show it.
Did he get you too?
No. But others like him did. Then the GDA rebuilt me just like they rebuilt you.
So we both should have died.
Oh, is he going to suggest the memory wipe?
I've died
I think it's
39
so.
times. That's how many times they brought me back, even though there was less of me to save each time. I don't know the official number, but I think I'm about 98% machine. I had them erase my memory. That was a mistake. The two of you are helping me to see that now. Each time I died, each time I was put back together, it was because I helped make this world a little better. We're not our bodies. We're the decisions we make, the lives we change, the people we love, or who love us. I don't need to forget that. And neither do you.
Damn, Donald.
Wow.
Damn.
When they programmed that in him.
Yeah, but what parts of his memory was he having erased?
Yeah.
Like just the getting offed?
No calls to go save the world. It's just us tonight. I talked to the Guardians, and they said they'd cover for me. And I made a deal with Cecil to guarantee me 2 nights a week off going forward. Wasn't happy about it, but he needs me, so, you know, tough shit. But I'm making a choice, and that choice is you.
Well, that's definitely not ethical. Maybe I'm cool with that.
You know there's going to be
from his dad.
There's going to be an interruption, Dave. You know there will be.
Well, maybe they
He
might.
took out his earpiece. There's no interruption.
They'll find him.
Yeah, but you never know. He could see something.
Yeah.
Or even Alan could come running in or flying in.
You sit on my back, and I can hold a suitcase in each hand.
How do we afford the hotel?
Maybe I can get a part-time job instead.
They have a
could work
job
at
board at
Burger
the
World
student
again.
union. I made friends with a few people there. I think I'm going to run for the executive committee next year.
You're gonna have to help me get my grades back up.
Ooh. Well, I have this secret technique I could share with you.
Oh,
It's
boy.
called studying.
Oh, pass.
Yeah.
A Cliff Notes version.
That's I can punch.
Come with me now, or this woman dies. Did you hear me? My name is Anissa, and I'm an agent of the Viltrum Empire. And if you think you can cross the space between us before I tear this woman's head from her body, you're welcome to try.
What do you want?
To talk? Somewhere we can speak alone?
If you leave without hurting her or anyone else, I'll meet you above us in the sky.
Be quick. Otherwise, I will return here and everyone dies.
Jesus.
See, Mark, it's not that easy.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, quit celebrating over there. Quit.
Yeah. It's like you're happy that this happened to
Yeah,
him.
good.
I've been calling it since day
Fireworks,
one.
I told you.
He deserves to be with Eve.
That wouldn't have happened with Eve.
Yeah, would have.
Eve can take on a Viltrumite.
Cecil!
I said I only wished to speak.
That hasn't been my experience with Viltrumite so far.
How little you know of your own people.
We cannot let this become another Chicago. We're doing everything we can in case this turns ugly, Mark. But we don't have a lot of good options. Keep her talking as long as you can.
Human civilization has less than an 18% chance of surviving the next 2 centuries without the loss of billions of lives. The powerful of this world destroy their own home. Large areas of this planet will soon be uninhabitable due to human greed.
Yeah, I know.
Yet here you are, hands and fists worried about stopping me instead of stopping them. We have the technology to repair their climate. We will save more of their lives in a single year than you could in 100. You are failing this planet and its people. Do you not see that? You let thousands die every day you resist Viltrumite rule. Or do those human lives not matter to you?
Based on bone and muscle density scans, the simulations give Mark a less than 18% chance of surviving the combat encounter.
I gotta say, she's making a lot of sense.
Well, isn't that poetic?
I'm in the middle.
How many of my new reanimator are ready for the field right now?
Jesus.
None are ready for the field.
Satellites are picking up a behemoth-class kaiju. South Pacific.
Viltrumites do not kill for pleasure. Even if they sometimes take pleasure in killing, dead humans do not benefit us in any way.
There's a cruise ship about to get eaten a few thousand miles southwest from you. Tell her you need to go save those humans she loves so much.
Look, there's a ship in danger. I need to go help. If you mean everything you're saying, you won't try to stop me.
I will accompany you.
Oh, boy.
Whoa, look at that.
Loch Ness Monster.
Nessie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we know how that ends.
Wait here.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Pretty sure she could end this in about a second.
That would have been perfect for LA Knights. Yeah.
Oh, is she going to have to step in?
She's going to save
Watch,
it.
she's just coming and take him down in like a second.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen.
Or is she going to be like, see, Mark, you can't do it without us. You're failing. And done.
You know what was... I was literally just going to say, why can't Mark fly through him or through the monster? And she did it.
Yep.
She just like that, just flew through its head and took it out and done.
Thanks.
Oh, shit.
There's an island 3 miles due east.
You and the others listening to us are welcome. But this must make the decision clear. All these humans would have died if I was not here. Viltrumite occupation would make events like this a thing of the past. Be your father's son.
I'm not one of you. Maybe humanity's not perfect, and maybe we mess things up a lot. But we need to make our own decisions.
After argument and logic and all these saved lives, you still cannot see the truth? Remember that we started with reason.
Oh! Should have listened, Mark. She was making a lot of solid points. I'm not going to lie.
No, I can't deny that either.
Do we want another Chicago?
One goddamn Viltrumite all by our lonesome, and we're fucking useless.
There's another option.
You have a mission assigned to you by your true people. You will complete it.
Mark, listen to me. Say you'll do it. Say fine. I'll take over the planet. You can't beat her, kid. Say it. Get her to leave, and we'll get ready for these assholes together.
No.
Not even close.
Oh, dude, the power that the Viltrumites have.
She's landed like 3 punches, and that's it. Oh. Don't know why you insist on learning the hard way, Mark.
Just say the goddamn words, Mark.
Either you need me, or you don't.
Killing you is not my task. But soon, another will come, and if he finds you still resistant to your destiny, he will demonstrate the error of your ways, and this whole planet will pay the price. I pray you come to your senses before then.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Let's be real. These Viltrumites want to take over anyway, so what's the point in delaying?
Picking up speed and heading towards deep space.
Well, thank fucking God. You really rolled the dice on that one, Mark.
It's more than just words.
More than just words.
It's more than
words. More than
I was trying to work that
words.
in, guys.
Those nights off you wanted, I'm afraid that's a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Dunzo. Get back to work, Mark.
Yeah. Poor Amber.
She's gonna pull the old I can't do this anymore.
She's like, you're a little tenderer than last time we were together.
I have to date a normal guy.
I don't know.
Could you do it again?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Half a second.
Not maybe. Yes.
I couldn't move. I don't know how this works, Mark. I'm just not made like you.
Amber.
No, stop. This isn't about being brave or strong. I know I'm those things. This is different. Who am I to be upset or sad or feel anything when you're literally saving the world, when you disappear for months at a time, when I'm alone again instead of being with my boyfriend? I don't want to be that person. I hate that person. But my life matters too. Maybe it's small, maybe it's not earth-shattering, but it matters. Worse than that, it's a weapon someone can use against you like that woman did.
Back to our season 1 conversation.
I don't know who I'd become if you were hurt. My mom was always worried about my dad, and he'd always tell her everything was going to be fine. But he was lying. I can't do that. I can't say those words.
This isn't going to change, is it? I really tried, but I can't.
Getting a breakup here, guys?
Yeah.
We are.
She needs to find a nice, normal Earth boy. Earth man, rather.
So how does this work, Mark?
I don't know.
Maybe that's an answer.
No, you both know.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Mark.
No.
When are you coming home?
Oh, you did it to us.
That did not feel like
Just wait.
The boy refuses both reason and heritage.
You mean you failed to convince him?
No.
He is poisoned, just like his father.
Oh, no.
Can they see me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hide.
Huh. Last time that hurt a lot more.
He's able to take it.
Ah, look what they just showed us.
Yep.
Oh, we messed her up.
We got blood now.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
No Unhopen is that strong.
You want to take me to prison with those punches?
Drop kick.
He's playing.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go. Okay. Perfect.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go wreck shop on that ship.
Oh, man.
That's what's gonna happen.
Banger again. Oh, stop.
Whoa,
this,
stop.
Hey,
Nice shooting, Tex.
What, guys? This episode had a ton of emotion in there. It was actually really nice.
Yeah, this one had a little bit of everything, and I think Mark and Amber are finally realizing what I've been saying since day one, that there's just no way that relationship is ever going to work. Amber's going to constantly be in danger, which we finally saw. Viltrumite had her life literally in her hands, could have snapped her neck at any moment. And look, that's the reality that Mark needs to come to grips with. And I know that it's all about, his arc, and he has to accept that as part of becoming a superhero. I know a lot of you folks jumped in the comments on that last one, and that's kind of the route he has to take. But look, that's Mark's going to figure this out. I have faith he's going to figure it out. Look, anytime that he's with Amber, there's going to be danger. He's going to get pulled away. She's going to be in danger. He's just lucky that she hasn't gotten taken out yet. I mean, think of everything that's gone down throughout the first season and a half here, maybe a little bit more. She's been in danger and has gotten pretty lucky. So just pull the Band-Aid off right away. It's going to hurt. You're not going to like it, but you know what? It's best for both of you. And on another note that kind of goes along with Mark's arc that he's on, look, the Viltrumite was making a lot of sense. Mark's been trying to do stuff his way. I realize I'm sounding like Team Viltrumite over here. That's not what I'm going for, but how many innocent people have been taken out?
Over there.
Yeah.
Just, where's our guy Marcus?
To make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs.
But Mark's the one breaking all the eggs of Viltrumite. So hey, if you listen to us, none of this stuff would happen. We'd have it all under control. How many thousands are getting taken out? We all remember what happened in Chicago, all the loss of life there. So when I think her name was Anissa, was talking,
Anissa.
She was making a whole lot of sense. And I'm like, well, maybe there's a way Mark can harness his Viltrumite power and do what he needs to do. Because, look, if it only needs him accepting his power or training or whatever it is to keep Earth safe, well, what's the harm in that? Now, I'm sure it's not that clean cut, and I'm sure the Viltrumites would probably have some dirty, underhanded tactic up their sleeve.
They want him to take over the world.
Well, okay, so take it over. I mean, is nobody going to get taken out? If nobody gets taken out and they said they could, fix the environment and have all these medical breakthroughs and whatever to help people, is that really a bad thing? Now, maybe I'm missing something, but...
You are. I mean, look at what the plan was for Nolan in the first season.
Oh,
that's still their plan.
That's still their plan. Take out over half the planet. Do the Thanos, pretty much.
Okay, well then...
Like we said,
I don't
omelet,
think
break
she
eggs.
presented it. I don't think Anissa presented it in that way. What I'm saying is that what she presented was like, hey, you're screwing up. You're not doing it right. You need to accept who you are and what you're capable of. All that being said, this episode was a lot of fun with a bunch of different Easter eggs in it. I really liked the Comic-Con stuff, how they explained the animation, why it takes so long. That was a nice little fan insight for us to have some fun with. But, our good guys, they really need to figure it out. I mean, making some mistakes, I think. Look, if they don't find a way to deal with these Viltrumites, they were ready to throw everything they had at her and it would have done nothing. So I don't know what they're going to do with the Viltrumites. I think Alan is going to be a huge part of that because he wasn't even breaking a sweat with her. So somehow if he can gain even more strength, perhaps that helps us out. But he's definitely the key to a lot of this. And who knows, maybe little Oliver has something to do with it. He's going to be growing up quickly. I wonder if he's going to be driving by the next episode that we get to with as fast as he ages. But this one was definitely a lot of fun. Probably one of the funnest episodes, I think, of the season. And we didn't even mention, or at least I didn't even mention Donald yet and everything that he went through with his story, being taken out 39 plus times, probably in the hundreds realistically, and just kept getting rebuilt every time. And maybe he's offering something, so that the others can come to grips with what he's become, essentially. I forget that character's name, sorry.
Oh, William's boyfriend?
Yeah, William's boyfriend. Maybe he can come to grips with what he is, maybe find some good in it, maybe he himself can become a hero of sorts. We'll have to see, but either way, another banger of an episode.
Well, right away with the animation where they did that, it reminded me of the good old trick that they did in South Park, Bigger, Longer, Not Cut. They're like, Rick. Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, where the animation's all crappy, and then they immediately showed them how they were walking on South Park to totally, give you a look, behind the curtain, so to speak. So that was nice that they did that here. So that way you could have some fun in this episode with the Comic-Con. But then, we had the cruise ship going down. I do believe Alan is going to play a huge part because, you saw he smiled. He was definitely playing possum. So I believe Nolan is on that ship too, correct? Because that's where he's been getting... they were possibly going to cut him out. Yeah, they had him in the cell, and they were going to possibly do that stuff.
On that ship.
So my guess is that Alan's going to break him out, and then they're going to return to Earth to prepare for the Viltrumites with Nolan and Mark. But we still have to deal with Sterling K. Brown's character. I've lost it off my mind because he's got
Angston or
something like that. Engstrom. Engstrom? Because he's got Oliver and his mom, Debbie. He's got them at grips. So the next episode is going to take off right from there. So I don't think Oliver will be driving quite yet, Quinn, because I think the next episode is going to be taking off right from this episode. So they're still going to be small. Maybe eventually next season he might have a key to it. But then we also... I like how you say this was a fun episode as we watched Mark and Amber pretty much have a breakup. How happy are you that this is happening?
Just because I called it since day one. It was never going to work. Never works in superhero movies, folks. I don't know when they're going to learn. Yeah, Mark needs to stop riding that fence.
Lois Lane and Clark Kent. I don't know. MJ and Spider-Man. I don't know. None of them ever.
You want to talk about the Andrew Garfield one? I'm waiting.
Well, that was Gwen Stacy, not MJ. So, anyways, because MJ, they have kids. So I'm just it can work.
Gwen put herself. Maybe not.
So this whole series as a whole has been great. I cannot wait for the final episode of season 2. It's going to be amazing. And then obviously we have to play the waiting game again because I know it's going to end just as good as it started.
Yep. These two guys. I'm waiting. I told you. It was a little rough, getting the breakup when, sometimes in life you just know things aren't going to work out. And even though you care about each other, you have to do what's best. And I think that's what's happening here.
Don't give me that.
But it wasn't like a clean breakup at the end. They were like, how's this going to work? And they didn't have an answer. So I don't know if it was a breakup. Mark got put in an interesting situation having to fight another Viltrumite, learning that he is vastly, vastly outmatched. And that was just... There's one Mark on planet Earth, and granted, there's, the team, and there's other superheroes, but there's one Mark. And how many Viltrumites are there? So if they want to take over, it's pretty much going to happen. However, we got our guy now who's got some new strength, and I think he's going to go on that ship and free Nolan. But it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. We've gotten so much action in this particular episode and of course, all through the season. Interesting, kind of direction that they took with Rick and, they took a very serious turn for a moment about, if it's worse that, what you went through or having to live with it now. And, sometimes... just having somebody who's been through the same thing as you that can relate to it to talk to you is what it takes, because in so many situations with so many people like to say, oh, I understand, or I've been there, and a lot of times people haven't. And so when you find that person that you have that common bond with, and somebody that's been able to survive, or even if they're just dealing with something similar to what you went through, sometimes that helps a lot. So a pretty heavy storyline that they had there, and it was of course the trauma that Rick went through was kind of being taken apart for science and trying to be made into a weapon. But I think you can take what the storyline that was told and kind of applied it to any sort of shared trauma, really, and it was really powerful, saying like, look, the trauma itself was very difficult, and a lot of people might not have survived something like that, but having to live with it is tough too. So that was heavy, that was a really heavy thing. And obviously they told the story from the side of things that were happening in this superhero kind of fantasy world, but I think it's definitely relatable in real life. It was cool seeing the Viltrumite take down the kaiju. I thought it was interesting they used kaiju, of course, what we call Godzilla, and in those movies, or what? No, was the kaiju Pacific Rim, or was the kaiju Godzilla movies?
Didn't see Pacific Rim.
We haven't watched
I've only
Pacific
seen
Rim.
Pacific Rim 1, never 2.
Well, I didn't spoil the movie. Kaiju. I think that might actually be Pacific.
No, spoiled. Never watching.
I think it's Pacific Rim. Shit.
Done with it.
I didn't spoil the movie, but just kaiju has been used in other movies. So you'll know. Those of you
apparently you don't.
But that was a cool scene. That was it's interesting. Of course, Mason Quinn brought it up like, oh, does it seem that bad? And it's like, well, you forgot about season 1, and it's like, that's
like
how
2
they
years
pitch
ago.
it to you, right? But I mean, look, they said some things that were kind of relatable. Yeah, we'll fix the climate, fix the crime. You got, top whatever percentage is eating up all the planet's resources for themselves and being greedy. So it was like, But at the end of the day, Mark brought up the point. Look, you gotta let them make their own decisions. Look, we saw this in iRobot. We saw it in Transformers. I believe in the humans.
Some of us haven't seen iRobot. You need to calm down on the movie references tonight, Oak.
iRobot ruined.
Spoilers left and right.
And that was
over
even
here.
after the slap.
I'll stop making references. But in any regard,
at least South Park, we all saw.
When you look, it's just a people who have a fancy way of making something that's completely lousy sound like it's this is for your benefit. We're doing these things for your benefit. Why won't you let us help you? It's for your benefit. Like, all right, just pump the brakes a little bit. Mason Quinn over here. Well, it's not wrong, But in any regard, an action-packed episode. A great advancement of the story. And what do we got? One more episode left?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're tying this up. Pretty sure it's going to be another cliffhanger. It'll lead us. Have we had season 3, 4, 5, 10 announced yet, or where
Looked like season 3 might.
3
have been,
probably is.
I'm
probably
pretty sure
greenlit.
3 was greenlit already.
All right. Well, it's probably going to be a lead into that.
Yeah.
I'm certain it will be. It's just a matter of how much will we get at the end of episode 2.
Well, I was looking that up. All right,
sorry.
It was on IMDb. It said
sometimes they do that and just
Release
kind of
date.
estimate.
Yeah.
But either way, as I said earlier here, I didn't expect this kind of emotion out of episode 7 here. I think it's actually kind of genius. If the fear of the Walking Dead writers could take some freaking notes, even though the
so
show's
glad
done.
I never watched it.
The show's done, but for future shows you guys might do,
World Beyond season 2.
World Beyond writers, insert bad show writers and say, hey, look at this.
Don't start with the world.
Yeah. I mean, this has been incredible with the emotional swings that they take you on for this, at least in this episode. I mean, this whole series so far has been just, they take you on such a great emotional roller coaster ride, and I appreciate that out of these guys. Again, I know a lot of you put over the comics, like it's top notch. So I can only imagine what that ride is like in the comics, because I'm sure they're holding back. And if they are, God, I wish they'd, I can't wait to see what season 3 is going to be like. We're not even done with season 2. Well, we aren't. You probably are. But again, the Donald story, impactful. He still went through the memory loss and then kind of regretted it, or he basically regretted doing it. Will Rick go through that now? I wonder if we'll see that. Or if that message from Donald got to Rick and he's going to push through. Time will probably tell on that one. So kudos on that bit of the storyline, and seeing the 39 files, not all of them, obviously they were just kind of showing us, in the detail rows that they had, but geez, 39 times that we are aware of, or what Donald's aware of. Cecil, it's an interesting position to be in, because if I'm trying to put myself in Cecil's spot, would I do that for Donald or one of you guys or whatever? I would definitely consider it like Cecil. I mean, kind of like what Donald said, the body's one thing, but our choices, our decisions are us. So, I guess I kind of want to say kudos to Cecil on that for continuing to bring Donald back. But like Donald said, there's probably only 2% left. 2% is still better than probably 0 right now, which is being clearly demonstrated. So, and just think, if those 39 times that Donald wasn't around, maybe some of those people wouldn't be alive.
Yeah.
Or some of those instances would have been way worse without having Donald around. So, great storyline there with Donald. I do feel bad for Amber because, poor gal, she gets put through this. She was really being a trooper, being a true ride or die for, Mark. And unfortunately, which they made a very good point to show during season 2 so far, that Mark has tried, gets called away. Mark's trying, gets called away. Showing the awesome patience from Amber. Showing it again, especially all the personal stuff that she went through that Mark was not there for. She had to kind of, confide in her friends a little bit. But now having the Viltrumite be front and center, basically threatening her life, and she could feel every chilling aspect of that threat, kind of goes back to the conversations in season 1 that we had with, Amber is
she gets it
now she gets it. She's normal versus where Mark's not, and he's this hero and he could take some hits, she can't. So she's always going to be in some kind of danger. I know some may still kind of rebuttal that, but she always will be. I mean, even if he dated Eve, which I know that's what you and actually probably half of you probably want too, Eve's going to be in trouble, but she can at least take a few hits from maybe a Viltrumite. We haven't seen that, but I'm just throwing that out there. Who knows? She'd probably get smoked in one shot. You all know better than I. I'm just using that as a hypothetical in this. So I don't know if we'll get Mark and Eve together, but right now I'm pretty sure that relationship, Amber and Mark, is done. Rightfully so. She needs to be with someone that she can be with all the time. Mark eventually just needs to figure out his full potential as Invincible, because again, at least in my eyes, they're doing a really good job of showing Mark is still not there yet, which he's learning. He's getting there slowly, but that Viltrumite came in and just wiped the damn floor with him. So again, love how they're not just giving us, hey, Mark got it all in one shot. They're still showing us progression, even though it's in different routes, which I appreciate. And then I don't know about any of you or you guys, let me know in the comments if you made it this far on this. I feel very protective of Deb. Like, Paul, you need to ease up, but he's so far been a good guy.
All he did was ask her to go to dinner.
Hey, I feel after all the stuff,
you know what dinner means.
After Deb, all the stuff she's been through,
she's been a quote-unquote widow for what, like 3 months, and now has a newborn.
Even. Yeah.
Leave her be.
Deb's got a lot going on. So right now, I do see that Paul
fun with it, though.
Is Cliff Curtis. So right there.
So good to see him again.
Right there, actually, I'm okay now.
I thought I recognized the voice.
Now he's okay with the character.
That's Travis. That's Travis.
That's Travis from Fear the Walking Dead. But I do kind of want to pump
I know
the
him
brakes
from other
just out of
better
her protective side of Deb. Obviously, Paul does right now seem like a good guy, so whatever. But I just feel a little protective of Deb through everything she's gone through, and she's taking on baby Thanos right now. So there's a lot going on. And now with Sterling K. Brown's character, Angstrom. Like
he's back.
There's some stuff going on
There's
there too.
a lot going on.
There's
It's going to be a fun final episode.
I think you're right, Answer. I think what's going to happen is that Alan is going to get Nolan. They're going to break away somehow. I don't think they're going to take out the ship or anything because those people are too. Oh, maybe they might. They're powerful enough.
Subdue them a little bit.
I think we're going to get a fantastic cliffhanger, which again you already know, going into season 3. Because there's still a lot going on down here. We aren't even close to coming to that war yet, so I'm interested in that. And I just want to say how much this cast, this voice acting that they're doing, all of you, fantastic. I really hope Sterling K. Brown, as much as his villain antagonist character is right now, I hope there's some kind of redemption, even though it's probably not going to happen. Because I like Sterling K. Brown, so I hope he's back.
Doesn't ever.
We'll
see.
When we did,
a likable guy.
When we watched the trailer for this, like they had all the I'm gonna say multiverse. That's probably not right, but different universes that they were in, and it showed Mark and it showed Nolan like taking over Earth. When's all that happening?
That was at the beginning of the season, and so then that's where Angstrom came from. So we'll see.
That's all we've seen on that. I mean, I'm wondering how that's gonna come into play.
There's
one way
to find out. Unpack. Yeah, one way to find out.
One way to find out.
Such a great ride, such a great show. So for Dave Appleton
show.
Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, the season 2 finale of Invincible.